Hey, David Bridge Jr. here from Virtual Communications. I want to cover with you the top 5 reasons to get a hosted telephone system. Now, there's been a lot of talk about hosted phone systems out there taking advantage of VoIP. I'm going to give you the top 5. First one is this one. This symbol is no mystery. It's money. Basically, there's no capital expense. Whenever you get a hosted phone system, you pay per phone on a monthly subscription, so that it turns into an operating expense, an ongoing operating expense, and depending on the level of service that you buy, increases or decreases the cost. If you want real robust features and a lot of mobility features built in, then it's a little bit more. If you just need a phone, and that's a lot less, obviously. And then another neat thing about it too is that whenever you add a phone, typically with phone systems, once you get a certain point, you're not only adding a phone, you're adding to the control unit of the phone system. You're basically doubling the capacity of the phone system just to add one phone sometimes. But with hosted phone systems, if you just need a new phone, you just call and say, hey, I need a new phone. They ship you one and bump up the incremental service level. So it's an interesting way of taking advantage of a phone system right away without having to deal with a lot of capital expense. Next one, BC. What do I mean by that? Business continuity is another top 5 reason. This is your phone system over here, my fancy diagram. But whenever the power goes out, this is the power. Typically, whenever you've got a premise-based phone system, a lot of times you have a battery backup that's only going to last a little while. So for an extended power outage, this is only going to last a certain amount of time. It gives you enough time to finish a call and maybe notify a person or two that stuff's gone down. But with hosted phone systems, with everything out in the cloud, the box is in the cloud, so that if your power goes out, you've got built-in continuity, built-in numbers that are where calls are routed to, pre-programmed ahead of time, so that you don't ever have to worry about, oh geez, we better start forwarding numbers to cell phones and that kind of stuff. Business continuity means that everything is pre-programmed so that when there's an outage to the entire building or an outage to just a particular phone, the system, the cloud, knows where to route any given call based on that unavailability. So that's the business continuity. Call handling and routing. That's kind of along the same lines. You can specify during which hours of the day where calls get routed. With a hosted phone system, you can take advantage of, this phone ringing. If I call a particular number, this phone rings and this phone rings at a certain period of the day. Only maybe this phone rings. You can take advantage of call handling and routing by just going into a user interface and specifying, all right, during lunch hour, I'm unavailable. If I'm in a meeting regularly scheduled from 10 to 11 on Mondays, send the call to just a voicemail. I don't want to be bothered at all. So stuff like that. You can pre-program it for pretty user-friendly interfaces. BYOD and mobility. Bring your own device and mobility. That's another reason that hosted phone systems are pretty prevalent. What you can do is just take advantage of an app on your phone where if someone wants to reach me, my app is now my premise-based phone. I can make a call on the app through my phone, and it appears as though I'm on site at the business, and that's the number that comes up. And I don't have to be on site to handle and make calls, which leads us to the one number. If I want to be reached, I have one number that will ring every phone that I own ever, and I can program it so that that number rings my desk phone at home, my office phone, my app phone, my cell phone, my son's phone, my wife's phone, or whoever. Not married, but whatever. But that you just have one number now that you can give out, and that's going to enable you to be accessible to your callers and whoever you want to be reached by. So there's your top 5 reasons to get a hosted phone system. Look for another video that I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons to not get a hosted phone system. But for now, these are the top 5. Now there's a few other ones I could think of, but these are the top 5. I'm David Bridge from Virtual Communications. Thanks for watching, and leave your comments below. And if you want to get more information, click on the link below too. David Bridge, talk to you soon.